Hello friends, welcome to Hive International. In today's video, we are going to discuss about a couple of important topics which most of the people they have the concern about. They keep asking the same questions uh, multiple times, and so not only with a single customer, it's been requested by a lot of customers every time when I talk to the new customers or people who even have the citizenship or the people who have already applied for citizenship and the citizenship is under process. These are the people who are also asking a similar kind of a questions. And I thought to make a video on this thing so that there is a lot of clarity comes between all the people, and they should know what are the documentations required for Turkish citizenship. Second topic, we will be discussing about, especially for the Indian customers, the people who are looking for Turkish citizenship, and they wanted to know what are the process of surrendering the Indian passport as well as getting the OCI card. So this is especially for the customers who are from India. Uh, I do not know about the other countries. Most of the countries they already accept a second citizenship, even if they have the criteria of surrendering their first nationality. They must be talking to their embassy. Actually, I have already gone through this process myself of surrendering the Indian passport and getting the OCI card when I came to Turkey. And few of my known friends, they've also completed the process of getting the surrender certificate and the OCI card. So uh, let's talk about the process of getting the Turkish citizenship. What exactly is required if you want to have a Turkish citizenship? So first thing is the people who have already uh, decided to have a Turkish nationality, the first thing they wanted to do is to identify the property. And the property criteria is $400,000 to meet the citizenship criteria. Uh, Beyond that, another thing which is very important is the documentations. Now, what are the documents? What are the requirements we need to fulfill to so that your lawyer can apply for the citizenship? First thing is you need to make a power of attorney in the name of lawyer. If you have not seen my previous video, the benefits of lawyer, why it is important to have a lawyer in Turkey to apply for the citizenship or for any other countries. So please watch my video, uh, importance of lawyer, and you will get more details on that part. I'm not going to discuss in this video about the importance of the lawyer. So the first thing you need is a power of attorney. You need to make it in your name as well as your wife's name so that the lawyer can complete all the government formalities on your behalf. Second thing is you need a tapu. Tapu is, as I mentioned in my previous video, what is tapu? Is the property registration certificate. Once you buy the property has to be in your name. So once you do the registration process, you get a certificate, and that certificate is called tapu. Now, apart from that, you need the DOVI certificate. Now, what is DOVI certificate? DOVI certificate is nothing but an exchange certificate. When you transfer your dollars from another country to Turkey, you will have to convert your dollars into Turkish lira. This shows to the government, to the immigration department, that you have brought the $400,000 over here, and it has been given to the developer in exchange of Turkish lira. So this is the Adobe certificate. This is very easy to get it. When you do your transactions with your bank to the developers or any owner of the apartments, when you buy this property, the bank gives you this Adobe certificate. Apart from that, what you require is the photographs. You need to have four to eight photographs, which is required to apply for the citizenship, which is also category or requirement for the TAPO and all those things. So whoever the member who is going to be part of the citizenship, husband, wife, and children below 18 years, they need to make the photographs. Four or eight photographs each is required. You can talk to the lawyer; he can advise you actually how many is required. Beyond that, you will require your marriage certificates plus your birth certificate. Children below 18 years, they also need the birth certificate, and you need your passport copy. Plus, you need your tax number. Tax number is already required for the husband and wife when they want to apply for Turkish citizenship, and it's not very tedious job. It's a very easy part. Anybody can apply. Your agency can apply for this, or the lawyer can also apply for the tax number. It's very easy. It's you get it in 5 minutes. And also you need you have your bank account over here with the Turkish bank, so that when you transfer the money from foreign to your account to do your local transactions, or if you do not want to do the local transactions, it is between the agreement between you and your the lawyer, or maybe with the developer, how he's going to accept the payment. Maybe you can transfer directly $1 to his account, and he can get the exchange certificate from his bank. So this is one part of the documentation. Now again, for citizenship, the another part which is required is like your birth certificate, your marriage certificate, your passport. These all documents needs to be translation to be done in Turkish language. So if you are not living in Turkey, or if you are living in any other countries, you have a Turkish embassies over there. You can take the power of attorney format from the lawyer, or uh, especially from the lawyer only, whichever lawyer you are going to hire, he will give you the power of attorney in this format, and you can get it translated, and power of attorney you can prepare it in your country if you are not in Turkey. And the marriage certificate, birth certificate, your passport, all you need to do the attestation, and you need to get it translated from Turkish embassy, and you can send it back to the lawyer. If you are not in your country, and if you are coming to Turkey to buy a property, and if you have already finalized the property, if you have done some payments and everything is done, so my recommendation is that it is very easy to go do it here in Turkey. We have notice available here. We can do this part very easily, and same thing, lawyer can give you the documentation. You can just go to the notar, and he will create a translation on your passport copy, and then you can do the notary, and you can hand over this document to your lawyer. So this is a very simple process for the Turkey citizenship. You do not need any additional documentations. You don't have to go back to your history. You do not have to go back to your financial auditing and all those things, which is required for some other countries. And this is already I have discussed in my previous videos. Uh, how simple is it to get a Turkey citizenship? And this is what the entire documentation will be required. But one more thing, you should ask again your lawyer. Maybe depends on other nationalities, you may require some other documents. Some complexity may be there. Most of the regions, most of the countries who are living, most of the people who are living from in some of the GCC countries, they do not have the passport. May they have the travel documents from another countries. So there are different criterias. Again, depends on the nationality. But these are some of the basic documents which are required for the Turkish citizenship. You do not need any bank statement. You do not need your history about from where the fund is it came from. You do not need to give any evidences about your source of income. All these things. This is all not required at this moment. Maybe we do not know. Maybe in future they may ask. Now, this is one part of the topic which we wanted to discuss, which is the documentations which is required for Turkish citizenship. Now, let's talk about for our friends who are living in India, and who wants to know the process of OCI card, how to avail it. So let me tell you we have Indian embassy here in Turkey, Istanbul. So as soon as you get your Turkish citizenship, you will have to surrender your Indian passport. This is by law. You cannot keep the two passports, two nationalities. And if you get your Turkish citizenship approved, means as soon as you get your uh, denklik, isim denklik, a certificate from the government that your certification certificate is approved. From that day, Indian embassy they recognize your second nationality. So you have to make sure that when you are traveling on Indian passport, after getting this certificate, then Indian embassy is going to charge you penalty on each time you will travel on Indian passport. So you have to take care about this part that either you get your passport as soon as possible and then travel on your Turkish passport wherever you want to go. Or if you want to travel on Indian passport during the time of surrender certificate or during the time of OCI card, they will check your passport, how many times you have traveled on Indian passport, and based on that, they will do the calculation about the penalty they is going to put on you. Now, for the people who have already got the citizenship or who are planning to avail the citizenship, the documentations which is required or the process which is required to be done for getting the OCI card is the first stage is to get a surrender certificate. Now, in surrender certificate, you will have to contact the Indian embassy to validate what are the documentations which is required. I'm going to tell you what are the documentations which is required because as in time goes, the embassies and governments they keep changing their process and documentation part. So I'm telling to you as on date what is required. Maybe I missed something. Forgive me for that. First thing is you have to do is to fill the online application form for the surrender certificate. Once you fill the surrender certificate, you have to arrange for the photographs, two or three photographs which is required. You need your Turkish ID copy, self attested. You need to have your Turkish passport copy, self attested. You need to get your Indian passport copy, self attested. You will have to require isim denklik. Isim denklik is a document which is uh, which you are going to get it from the government website where your citizenship is approved. This is the kind of documentation which shows that you have been granted a Turkish citizenship, and earlier this was your nationality and this was your passport number, ABCD. This previous information and the current information it will be, and you can get it easily from the Nufus office. You have to go to the Nufus office where you do your property registration and everything. And the same, you go and you just tell them you need to something click, and they will provide you one copy, two copy, three copies, whatever copies you require, you can get it. And it's not a tedious task; it's a quick process. And before that, before you go to Nufus office, just make sure that you take the appointment on eDevle, and then you can go ahead with that. Apart from that, you will require an address proof. Address proof is again a document which is uh, available on eDevle. The people who knows about the eDevle is the government website over here for every citizens who are coming over here and the people who are owning the residence permit as well. For them, it is. So all the government documentations process, your full history is available on eDevlet. Everything you can do on that, your taxation part, everything is available on this. So you can avail the certificate from eDevlet. Beyond that, what is required is guarantor. You need to have a guarantor who will be based in Istanbul and holding the Indian passport. And you need to take him physically with you to the Indian embassy. Plus, there is a form you will have to fill, and he has to sign it. So uh, the guarantor should come physically with you to Indian embassy when you are doing the surrender certificate. Once you have all these documentations ready, you will have to upload it on the Indian website. Make sure that all your documentations are self-attested. Means on each and every copy you have to write self-attest it, and you have to do your manually make your own signature on that. Then you, along with your family, you can submit all these documentations on the Indian Embassy portal. Then you have to send an email to Indian Embassy and tell them when you can come. They will reply back to you saying that after 2 days, 3 days, whichever date they can come. Also, you can do is that whatever documentations you have submitted online, you can forward to them by email so that they can verify and they can tell you if there is any document missing or if there is anything wrong done with your documentation, so that you can make the correction and you can go back to them. So surrender certificate has some minimal charges, okay, which you can go onto the Indian website and you can check it. I really don't remember right now how much it is. It was like 160 or $170 per person. And for children, it's a different fees. So you can check it on the website. Surrender certificate normally takes 3 to 4 weeks, depends on the workload on the Indian government. Because what happens is a couple of years ago, the surrender certificate was getting issued in Istanbul, but now it is centralized. So it is happening in India. So sometime it may come in 3 weeks, sometime it may comes in 4 weeks, and if they require any documentations or any verifications, they can come back to you on these things. And so usually it should take 3 to 4 weeks, depends on how your documents are submitted, and if there is any issue or is there any problem, that is unknown. Now, once you get your surrender certificate, the next process starts is your OCI card. When you apply for the OCI card, almost similar documentations will be required as you have submitted during your surrender certificate. Your passport copy, again, you have to put self-attested and you have to put your signature. Whoever is the applicant, he has to put a self-attested and you have to put his signature on that. Plus your passport copies, Turkish passport copy as well as your Indian passport copy, photographs, then your resume link. You need your address proof. You need your online application form, which you will be filling on Indian Embassy. Plus, you will have to take the printout of that as well. So these are the documentations which is required for OCI card. Again, once your documentations are ready, please scan them and submit it on the Indian Embassy website online. Again, shoot them the email and ask them if there is any additional documents required, or maybe they can make any corrections if there is any corrections required, or any further information they may require. So this will make sure that you have submitted the right documents, and when you go to the Indian Embassy, you do not have to come back with the incomplete documentation, and you can finish your job at one time itself. So once you submit your online application, then they will request you to come back to Indian Embassy. When you go to Indian Embassy, surrender all your documents. Make sure whenever you are going for surrender certificate or you are going for your uh, OCI card, entire applicants has to go to Indian Embassy in Istanbul, and it is not allowed that only husband and wife goes and children doesn't go, because they have to see all the applicants over there physically. So make sure you all people go together to Indian Embassy and make this documentation complete and apply for your OCI card. For OCI card, again, you will have to pay cash in dollars. For surrender certificate, also, you will have to pay cash in dollars. So make sure you go with the proper amount which is requested. Example, if it is like $250 per applicant, so make sure that you go with the full cash, and don't take the Turkish currency with you, because they are not going to accept a Turkish currency. They will accept only dollars. Even you can confirm it over the email with the embassy as well. As OCI card, once you submit all your documentations and everything, after that it may take around 3 or 4 weeks to get your OCI card. And OCI card is the lifetime. So you do not have to do the renewal for this. It is for the lifetime. You just have to carry the OCI card whenever you are traveling to India. You don't need your visa after that, and there is no limitation of staying in India with that OCI card. So it's unlimited. Also, there are few regulations for the people who are having the OCI card. Please go to the website and try to get more information about what are your rights and different buts. And I don't think so anything else will be required for OCI card. Make sure when you start making your documentations for surrender certificate and the OCI card, do your homework properly. Means make sure all the documents are clear, all the documents are available with you, so that you do not have to come and back and forth again and again. So process is very simple. It's not very tedious. So this is what the idea was to make the video about, so that the people can be aware about the surrender certificate and the OCI card. And I hope that you will like this video, you will like this information. And most of the people who has these doubts in their mind, this video will clear their doubts. The information which is provided in this video will clear their doubts as well. And one more thing, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe it, like and comment. If you have any request, or if you want to know more information about Istanbul, or if you want to know more about Turkey, please let us know, and we will let you know uh, whatever information we have, so we can help you with that. Thank you very much, and have a nice day. Bye.